Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the annual convention for the Michigan Moose Association. I'm going to give a couple more reminders on the voting process. At this point, the first ballot should be turning off, and the other two ballots shall be turning on. You can continue to use the link that you used this morning to get into it and see the other two ballots now. Reminder to go into both of them and vote. One will be for the election of officers, and one will be for the approval of the reports for this afternoon. Make sure when you do your ballot, go to the bottom and check the box that you are who you are. Some are thinking they're done and closing the window, so make sure you go all the way down, click continue, and finish up your ballot. You should get a receipt showing that you have filled out the ballot and turned it in. That'll be part of the audit process. Our donations for Brown Bag and for the Stay and Play raffle will be closing at 6:30, I'm sorry. We'll be closing at 6:30 so we can do the Brown Bag auction and pull the ticket for the Stay and Play. So if you do want to purchase any tickets for the raffle, if you want to make a donation to the Brown Bag, then this will be the time to do it before we do shut that down and accept your money as donations to the endowment fund. Endowment fund will remain open, so anyone that can help us out with that. We are, of course, way behind compared to our physical convention, so we do need help from everyone from that. And of course, the checks. If you have any checks from your chapter or your lodge that you normally would have turned in at convention, please remember to mail those to Phil so we can get our numbers up. Like I say, we are quite a bit behind on our obligation to the MAC project, so looking for everyone on that. And reminder to the members, if you donate $1,000 towards the MAC project, that also gets you into the League of Guardians. So you will receive those honors for the year and the appropriate pins that go with all that. So with that, we will view the video of our Grand Regent, and that will be starting here in a couple minutes. Grand Chancellor, thank you.
Hello. I know you were probably planning to see someone other than myself here as the official visitor for your annual conference, and perhaps she is here and will be speaking at some point. But for now, it's me. This past year started with such promise of creating a future of success for our lodges, chapters, and Moose Legions. We were full of hope for an amazing increase in membership, and we were on track for the first time in a couple of years to do just that. Then, on March 6th, came the very first email announcing that a mid-year conference would be canceled due to the coronavirus, and it all went downhill from there. Subsequently, 23 association mid-year conferences were canceled. Here we are again with canceled conferences. However, corporate rules require that there be some sort of meeting to take care of the association business at hand. Hopefully, over the next several minutes, you will listen closely to help bring some sense of normal and guidance to this current chapter year. With all of my heart, I thank each and every one of you for whatever you did over the past several months to preserve our future, sending virtual hugs to our residents and one another, renewing your dues, sending donations for our projects, staying at home as ordered, keeping our members and those in our care in your thoughts and prayers. I know many of our members were reaching out to one another to say hello and offer a friendly ear. Some connected electronically via social media and virtual Moose groups. Others were delivering groceries and medications or preparing no-touch meals for families with school-aged children. Many were fighting on the front lines as medical professionals, first responders, and essential personnel. Please accept my gratitude for your efforts, your compassion, kindness, and patience as we weathered this storm. We're in this together as one Moose united in our compassion for others, and we will continue to accomplish greatness on the other side of this crisis. We ask you to stay safe, be kind, share hope, and stay well, physically and mentally. My daily therapy was and continues to be the friendship and love I feel for our members, our children at Mooseheart, our senior residents at Moose Haven, and our dedicated staff, keeping them safe and comfortable. I'm going to take this opportunity to remind each of you of the objectives of the Women of the Moose. These objectives have been in place since 1913 and have not nor will not change after May 1, 2021. Our objectives are to bring women together in a closer fraternal relationship, to assist in the charitable activities of the Moose Fraternity, with special attention to Mooseheart and Moose Haven, to emulate and advance the virtues of faith, hope, and charity, and to carry Mooseheart standards into our homes and communities through community service, and to promote the aims and purposes of the Moose. This is why our chapters exist, and it will continue to be our mission to provide for the children and senior members who depend on us. We recently finished grading all of our chapters for the Award of Achievement and Green Cap Honor. Congratulations to those of you who earned these prestigious awards. I found that one of the major reasons chapters did not earn the Award of Achievement was because they did not remit some of the Forms 114, and particularly the Green Cap Ways and Means forms, even when they had a gain in membership. No meeting was held. Whether you have a qualified Green Cap Junior Graduate Regent or not, the officers are required to conduct the meeting and remit the donations. I ask that you review the requirements to earn the Award of Achievement in Section 103 on page 71 of the Women of the Moose General Laws. All requirements must be met. As for the Green Cap requirements, those coworkers who were serving as the senior regent during the past year most often did not qualify for this honor, as they did not attend a Women of the Moose training session and/or they didn't sponsor and enroll new members. They also did not appoint and install an assistant guide. The requirements to earn this honor can be found in Section 103 on page 73. Again, all requirements must be met. One of the saddest things I can think of is that our coworkers listen to other coworkers when they say, "Oh, they changed that," or "You don't have to do that," instead of looking in the book. Then I get phone calls when the member doesn't qualify. Please know that those of you who have qualified for the Award of Achievement for the first time will receive your plaque before November 1st, 2020. Those chapters who are in their second or third year of qualifying will receive their coin during the same time frame. The Award of Achievement serves as the basis for all other honors and degrees. The chapter must earn the Award of Achievement first, before any other honors and degrees can be earned. There is a checklist in the back of the officer's handbook, beginning on page 69. If all items are checked, you pretty much earned this award. Oh, if you don't have your handbook mailing box as of yet, please know that all of the handbooks can be found online at www.mooseintl.org under the Forms and Documents link, and then look in Women of the Moose. The United States Postal Service delivered 300 of our required 1,214 boxes, and we're still waiting for more. They have a shortage due to all the stuff that's being mailed during this pandemic. I ask that you please be patient. We are currently in the process of grading for the Academy of Friendship, College of Regents, and Star Recorder degrees. To qualify for the Academy of Friendship degree, refer to the requirements in Section 102 on page 72 of the General Laws. Those requirements are pretty simple. College of Regents is pretty simple as well, but again, review the requirements in Section 105 on page 75. If the junior graduate regent earned her Green Cap honor, she has met 1/2 of the requirements to qualify for the College of Regents degree. All she needs to do is meet her personal requirements as listed on page 75. Remember, the junior graduate regent must attend Women of the Moose training during her term of office as junior grad. That's 2 years of training in a row. If the chapter did not earn the Award of Achievement because of membership, but she met all of her personal requirements during her term as senior regent, she's eligible to qualify for the College of Regents degree under the second chance in Section 106, also on page 75. She must sponsor and enroll at least 4 new or re-enrolled members, and the chapter must earn the Award of Achievement the year she is serving as junior graduate regent. If not, unfortunately, she will have to serve as senior regent again. The requirements for the Star Recorder degree are found in Section 110 on page 81. The one item that recorders seem to miss is that they must transmit their QuickBooks on or before the 10th day of the following month. If, for whatever reason, the recorder is unable to transmit, she needs to let our office know, either via phone call or email, so we can put the appropriate notes in the chapter's file. This way, she will not be penalized for being late. The recorder must also attend training, both the Women of the Moose training and a 2-hot class during her term as recorder. We will give her credit for attending a 2-hot class from January 1st of the current year through April 30th of the following year. We understand that in many locations, classes are limited. That's 16 months to attend training, so make sure you go early. Don't wait until the last minute in case the class is canceled. If the recorder does not hold the Star Recorder degree, she must attend an in-person 2-hot class to receive credit for her degree. The very first requirement to earn the Award of Achievement is a gain in membership of just 1 member. The week of July 13th, chapter recorders were sent an email indicating what the beginning membership number was that would be used as the basis for the Award of Achievement. This number is your actual April 30th ending membership. Membership retention is crucial to membership growth. Our One Moose membership campaign is indicative of men and women working together side by side for the same mission, that of caring for others, because that's what we do. I am excited for the future of our organization and excited to see the ideas that come from working collectively in our Moose homes. There are various recognition levels for sponsoring and enrolling new or re-enrolled members into the order. The One Moose lapel pin should be given to each member upon the enrollment of her first member. For those members who sponsor and enroll 5 or more, a Moose International 5 Club static window cling will be mailed to you, and a donation will be made to help support the purchase of new golf carts to be used around the Moose Haven campus. Use your chapter or lodge newsletter to notify your members of your current membership campaign. Various brochures are available from Moose International to help promote membership. These include Who Are the Women of the Moose, Member Benefits, Moose Heart, and Moose Haven. Most importantly, chapters should be conducting orientation programs. Why would anyone want to join an organization they know absolutely nothing about? Show the orientation video that's available on YouTube, or show the This Is Moose Heart "This is Moose Haven" video. Then let them know about how you assist in your community and the chapter and lodge activities that are available to them. Once the new member learns about our passion of caring for others, they can't help but want to get involved. Make sure you deliver what you promise. A Women of the Moose orientation guidebook is included in the handbook mailing and is available online as well. In fact, there's a lot of information available online under the Forms and Documents link for the Women of the Moose. There's an activities questionnaire, so you can learn what activities your new members and their family enjoy. This will surely help in planning activities for your membership. There are lots of forms to help with approval of activities, fundraising projects, volunteer recognition, and lots of other stuff. If an orientation is not in order, perhaps a special welcome reception would be nice. That way, you get to meet the new member and welcome her to your chapter and introduce her to the other members. Do a little socializing, answer her questions, but most importantly, make sure that she is aware of the mission of the Moose and how we care for others. Perhaps provide her with a small gift of appreciation or a free breakfast, lunch, or dinner ticket. Make sure you treat your new members as you would want to be treated. Now that you have your new member enrolled, invite her to chapter meetings. Let her get to know the other members of the chapter. Make sure your chapter meetings are fun and informative. They should never be boring or argumentative. Members will stop attending if your meetings are filled with drama. The senior regent should maintain decorum during the meeting and maintain order at all times. Before or after the meeting, serve refreshments and have a fun activity. Meetings should be like ladies' night out, where you can share fun and camaraderie with other members. Fun games, crafts, events, or special speakers are important. Talk to your membership to determine their interests. One of the best ways to let your community know that you exist is through community service and the promotion of the events you do. When you provide volunteer services, take pictures and have them put in your local newspaper or on your lodge or chapter Facebook page. Make sure the photos are always positive and show that you are working with the organization that is benefiting from your efforts. You can also post the photo on the organization's webpage. Of course, Moose Heart and Moose Haven should be the main recipients of our financial donations. But if you are presenting a check, make sure you do the same. Let the world know the good you do for others, and others will want to become involved. Community service, volunteer hours, miles driven, and dollars donated should also be reported on the chapter's Form 114 if they're done in the name of the Women of the Moose. Guidelines for reportable community service can be found on the Moose International website under Forms and Documents, Heart of the Community. Heart of the Community reporting tips. Even though we don't remit the quarterly community service report, the tips are very beneficial and helpful to you. If you plan to conduct a fundraising project that's open to the public, whether it is to raise funds for another charity or organization, or to benefit Moose Heart or Moose Haven, a dispensation from Women of the Moose headquarters is required. The form is available on our Moose International website at www.mooseintl.org under Forms and Documents, then Women of the Moose. A chapter also has the ability to conduct two of the same type of fundraising projects and have it open to the public, with the chapter keeping the proceeds. Again, a dispensation is required. In addition, each chapter chairman is required to conduct a fundraising project to offset the expenses of the committee and to help maintain the general fund of the chapter. She should present a proposal to the Board of Officers for consideration. The project is then approved by the chapter membership via the Board of Officers minutes. With all of the fundraising going on, I cannot stress enough to you the importance of an audit committee. Unfortunately, chapters have lost tens of thousands of dollars because the officers trusted the recorder. Don't let your chapter become a victim. Your coworkers work hard to raise money for their intended purpose. Finally, Women of the Moose training sessions and 2 hot training sessions are vitally important to the officers of the chapter. Women of the Moose training sessions this year will be scheduled through January 31st, 2021, with next year's training beginning on February 1st for the 21-22 officers. Make plans to attend a session, even if it's in a different state, as it may be closer to your chapter than a class scheduled within your own state. Schedules can be found on our website under Moose Training. 2 hot classes are scheduled throughout the year. Make plans to attend early, as knowledge of proper procedures is important. Are you as excited about our One Moose initiative as I am? Beginning in May of 2021, our coworkers, after 108 years, will finally have a voice in the overall operations of their local moose home and will be equal to their male counterparts. As we move to One Moose in 2021, please know that there will be lots of information available. The Women of the Moose are in the process of rewriting the general laws, which will become some other name. We will let you know when they are available next spring. As stated earlier, the objectives of the Women of the Moose will not change, nor will the way we do business. We may have less officers and less meetings, but the overall operation of the Women of the Moose will remain the same. As information becomes available, we will release it. Make plans now to attend the 2021 mid-year conference, where a lot of this new information will be shared. If you have questions about our One Moose initiative, I invite you to visit www.mooseintl.org and search for the 2020 mid-year One Moose Town Hall Recap, narrated by Danielle Bale. It answers most all of the questions currently being raised. You can also email your questions to onemoose@mooseintl.org. I sincerely want to thank you for your time today. I know this was a very short review of the information that's normally presented by the official visitor, and you didn't have an opportunity to ask questions. But I ask that you read and reread your general laws book and the officers and recorder handbooks. You will find valuable information in all of these resources. If you have any questions, please contact your chapter analyst coordinator or our office. We will be happy to provide assistance. On behalf of our children at Moose Heart, our senior members at Moose Haven, and those in your community who are the beneficiaries of your efforts, I thank you for all that you do to promote the Women of the Moose and our mission of caring for others. I thank you for all of your donations and thank you for your volunteer spirit. Please be kind to one another.
That video is available on mooseintl.org if you would like to show that to your chapter. Good evening, Moose Association members. The second session of the annual virtual joint convention will come to order. I am Julie Cronk, Deputy Grand Regent, and I welcome each of you to this virtual convention. I would like to recognize all valued veterans and thank you for your service. To the essential workers taking time out of your busy schedule, thank you for keeping our members safe and our critical businesses operational during our pandemic. Heartfelt thoughts go out for the loss of loved ones since our last conference. Thank you to the AV staff for all the behind-the-scenes work in order for us to have this meeting. We are happy to have incoming Deputy Grand Regent Lorraine Fogelson from Port Huron chapter in attendance, and we look forward to hearing her remarks a little bit later. I am privileged to introduce our official visitor, past Grand Council member and Michigan Chapter Analyst Coordinator, Kathy Funke from the Grayling chapter, to address you.
Good afternoon. The first thing I'd like to address as the chapter analyst coordinator is the Women of the Moose training sessions. Because of the 10-person limit for gatherings, we're doing our best to get the classes covered, but you're probably going to have to travel more to pick up a session. I need you to keep your email boxes cleaned up because we've been getting a lot of mail come back to us, and this is going to be where you get all of your information. We don't want you to give Women of the Moose applications to the administrator yet to be entered in lcl.net because we are not one moose. So until May 1st of 2021, please enter those applications the way you've been doing it. I'm going to keep you updated on lcl.net and QuickBooks, which will both be online, hopefully by May 1st, but don't count on it completely, and you'll be getting information on that. There's still a lot of questions about how one moose affects us. And the first question that I've been getting a lot lately has to do with elections. We are not members, we will not be members of the lodge until after May 1st of 2021, so we cannot put our name in to be nominated for an office. After the 2021 elections take place, if there's a vacancy and you're qualified, then you can put your name in for that office. A Woman of the Moose must be a member of her lodge and chapter and able to be able to run for an office, and she has to meet the qualifications for that office. We already have Women of the Moose who are district officers, so at the district level, you can run. We will pay the lodge rate of dues on the date of our first renewal after May 1st, 2021. In addition, the Women of the Moose are going to get 3 years worth of their chapter dues free. If you've paid your dues in advance, or you're going to want to pay your dues in advance, you're going to get that 3 years added on. And if you have a life membership, it will carry over into the new One Moose. And if you get a life membership prior to that, if you buy it for yourself, then that will cover your lodge and chapter, just one, with that. So if you have any other questions on this, please contact me or your territory manager and keep up to date with the changes. This is going to change constantly, so keep up with it in your email and ask us questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy, for all your guidance and assistance in helping our chapters get through the unprecedented event. For the sake of time, the annual report submitted by our dedicated state chairman will be posted on the association website at www.mimoose.org. Please visit at your convenience and share the details with the chapter at your next meeting. Chairman, thank you so much for volunteering and working with the chapters to reschedule events to keep our members safe. Ready for some excitement? It is time to announce the top 5 chapters of the Michigan Top Honors are awarded based on chapter success in the areas of membership, earning the award of achievement successive years, attendance at training sessions, donations to Moose Charities, and officer training participation. In fifth place, we have Richmond chapter, 2,300. In fourth place, we have Wyoming chapter, 1669. In third place, we have Fenton chapter, 2364. And in second place, we have Carroll chapter, 940. And the top chapter in first place is Port Huron chapter 99. The top honor chapter speech will be posted on Moose International website after all state conferences have been completed. Congratulations to each of you for your hard work and dedication to the Women of the Moose. And congratulations to the top 5 sponsors in Michigan that will be announced by the State Membership Committee Chairman this evening. Sponsors, please accept our thanks for inviting your friends, family, and associates to join with us in our endeavors to build the membership within the Moose fraternity. Through your efforts, our chapters and our order will continue to accomplish our objectives to grow, further securing the future of Moose Heart and Moose Haven. Certificates and seals will be mailed from Moose International to each chapter for distribution. Think about having an event in their honor to celebrate everyone's accomplishments when you can have people gather. I would like to take a few moments to congratulate and thank Deb Wallard of Birch Run chapter, who proudly serves as International College of Regents board member. We are privileged to have you as a member and appreciate your service to our fraternity. I invite you to address our members.
Thank you, Julie. Wow, this is weird. I don't like it. I'm used to looking out and seeing all your smiling faces instead of just looking at this camera. The Birch Run girls, in fact, are mad because they can't be here to heckle me. A couple of them were going to send out some custom cutouts so they could make faces at me. Now I have Phil making faces at me, so I guess that's okay. That was still better than looking at this camera. Well, let me say that I never, and I mean never, would have guessed in a million years that life as we know it could have changed so quickly. One day we were finishing up our Frankenmuth convention, and the next day our state shut down totally. And so many businesses closed, restaurants, bars, and our actual Moose homes closed, and they were shut down. I thought this was only going to last, a week or two. Wrong. Through 6 months of this, our new normal, we have survived. We are still here because we are resilient. We have a unique ability and a sense of belonging because we have each other. Though we may not always feel it, we are the lucky ones. We made phone calls, we texted, we emailed all of our friends to make sure they were healthy and to offer assistance. As soon as they were able, many coworkers and chapters started making masks and donated much needed items to all kinds of organizations. I am so proud of this fraternity and so thankful for my Moose family for keeping me sane during this time. Part of my job as a member of the College of Regents Board is to create and provide a beautiful ceremony and confer our new collegians. I was not able to do that this year because our convention was canceled. The upcoming councils and board meetings also canceled. But I have faith that in 2021, we will have 2 classes to confer. And tomorrow, we will cap some junior graduate regents. I want to thank the coworkers and the loyal order of the great state of Michigan. To my Birch Run chapter and lodge, you have always supported me and have always been there whenever I ask. You also throw a great party. To my husband, Roger, thank you as always. And please remember, we are the lucky ones. Stay strong and stay positive. Thank you again.
Thank you, Debbie. May you prominently recognized by our brothers and coworkers for the remainder of the year. Best wishes as you help make decisions regarding the exciting future of a fraternity under one Moose. Congratulations to our Deputy Grand Regent from Port Huron Chapter, Lorraine Fogelson. I know you will have a great year and wish you the best in your endeavors. Our state is immensely proud of you. We look forward to your representing Michigan throughout the coming year. Here is your opportunity to address us.
Thank you, Julie. I am so honored. I don't have the words. You guys are all awesome. I have worked with all of you for a long time, and I'm so proud of my Port Huron chapter. Way to go, girls. And I am proud of everyone that has worked hard. We will make a good year. This will be our first year, 21. Will be one Moose, and I look forward to working with you, Dave, as our new president. And I look forward to working with each and every one of you, and hopefully, like Debbie said, we will have next year, we will have our meetings in Frankenmuth, and we will have our meeting in the Sioux. God bless Moose Heart. God bless Moose Haven. I love them all. And happy birthday, Karen Russell.
Thank you, Lorraine. Our regalia will be changed at the convocation to be held here in Wyoming tomorrow, Saturday, September 12th, 2020. Check-in is to begin at 9 and meeting at 10, with limited attendance due to current executive orders. At this time, we will also celebrate our 23 honored junior graduate regents and invest them with the green cap. We look forward to celebrating with each of you. As a reminder, each chapter will receive attendance credit for this annual conference by Wind of the Moose headquarters for the award of achievement purposes. Conference donations shall be remitted to the Wind of the Moose office per the form previously distributed by email. Thank you in advance for your generosity. Our children and seniors benefit from your donations. I want to wish everyone a successful year. By working together, we can accomplish anything. Proud to be one Moose. Thank you for your attention and participation in this historic virtual convention. I will call upon the member. I'll return the gavel back to the Michigan Moose Association Vice President, Dave Stonick, for the remainder of this meeting.
Good job. I'd like to thank the Deputy Grand Regent, Julie Kronk, and our Chapter Analysis Coordinator, Kathy Funke. And congratulations to the top chapters. And Lorraine, I too look forward to working with you in the coming year. I also like to make a little announcement. When we started off our convention today, I mentioned that Ron Holy was in the hospital, and I talked to him on the break. And good news, prayers do work. He is coming home on Monday. So now at this time, I'd like to call on Donna Miller, James Beardley, and Roger Wallert of the Membership Committee for their report.
Thanks. Okay, here we go. This is for the women. Barb McPherson, Grand Chancellor, keynote address on membership in June of 2020. She stated that the chapter started with 370,010 coworkers. However, we still ended the chapter year with 358,495 for a decrease of 11,515. The top chapters with a gain in membership are 4th place, 40, the Dakotas. 3rd with a plus of 42 Northeast. Second, with a plus of 79, Florida. First place was for 146 was Colorado. Michigan current membership report as of 8/17/2020 is a minus 458. 12 chapters are a plus, and 24 chapters are between 0 and 5. Michigan had 43 out of the 68 chapters that were a plus 31. Chapters qualifying for the Award of Achievement. We have approximately 23 green cap. Our current membership campaign is One Moose, which is from May 1st, 2020 through April 30th of 2021. Retention is also an important part of membership. The membership retention reports should be used for calling members who are in the arrears. Remember, there is no application fee through September 30th of 2020. I know this has been a very trying few months, but I know we can achieve our goal. The children at Moose Heart and our seniors at Moose Haven are counting on us. The top chapter sponsors for Michigan are 2364 Fenton, Wendy Aganel, applications 25, and she's in first place. The second first place is 99, chapter 99, Port Huron, Jen Osland, with also 25. In second place, chapter 854, Holly Stephine Lunch. She had 22. 1792, Dalton Jill Young had 20. She's in third place. The second third place is 1804, Harrison Jennifer, I'm not quite sure, Heinelman, okay, with 20. In fourth place, 2324, Sheboygan, Jennifer Lai. She had 17 and she's in fourth. In fifth is 827, Grayling, Rhonda Denson. Okay, now I'm going to turn it over to the gentleman.
Thank you, Donna. This is different being here. I don't have a bunch of people out there. My reports are usually, I get the feel of the crowd and I give the report. I got Phil and Sean. Oh, and there's Jimmy out there cheering me on. I lost my remote. Can't do it. I had to have him get a screen for me because I'm lost without it. International membership campaign this year. I got to find my notes. You sign one member and your lodge can get the One Moose pin. A nice lapel pin. I don't know if it looks like this one or not. That was a freebie. If you sign 5 members, they're going to take, the association will donate money to Moose Haven to buy 2 golf carts. They're extended, they're like 6-seaters, I think they are, something like that. There's a nice picture of them on there. For down at Moose Haven to help move the seniors around so they can get everything going. Sign 25 members in this year, you will get the basic registration for the Cincinnati Convention. The Moose Rewards will be going till 2022, so you'll be able to use them. I ain't got it upside down. Our campaign last year, I got to find my papers to make sure I got the right ones because, you know, our membership chairman has got everything in order for me and I messed it all up. So last year for Money Clips, which this was last year, was for the men. This year our campaign is for the men and the ladies. But last year we gave out 314 Money Clips for the 3 members. And we also, for the jackets, there was 147 5 clubbers that got the jackets. It was a good year. We Really ended up slow, but we still didn't have a bad year last year for what we had going on. We had a great convention in March, and as Debbie said, our doors were closed. Some of you sat home. I had to work every day, so I guess I don't know if I'd say that's one of the fortunate ones, and I'm still working. There's the jackets. This year's campaign, if I can get Roger to help me, we're going a little different. We went with a mug for 3 members. Hold it up there where they can see her. There you go. You sign 3 members, and Roger will see that you get a mug. Like how I put that. If you sign 7 members, we're going to 7 members this year, you will get a fleece vest. And you probably didn't see it on the cup. On the cup, it had Michigan Moose Association and then United underneath it. Because we are one, but we're united. And it'll be same on the vest. It'll be for the men and the women. These campaigns are including both of them. I believe Mom is still going to be Roger's assistant. I should say Roger will be working for Mom. So those are what we're going to have. So far this year, we have already had 68 ladies receive the cup, qualify for the cup. 69 men, ladies. Had 11 ladies request the vest that have earned it. 18 men. You know what that has? It says, where's she at? She went out, didn't she? So that's what we got going on now. Me, you know me, I'm a short-term campaign person. I believe in short-term campaigns. So coming into with the virus and everything, I thought, I called up Dale, had him get a hold of the guys and say, how about if we do a mask? You sign 1 member, we'll mail you a mask. But then we found out how much it cost to mail the mask. We did a couple of them. We kind of snuck them through. But then that damn post office, they caught us and wanted to charge us almost 3 times what we were getting away with. So got a hold of Jim, talked to the guys, and they said, okay, let's get 1,000 masks. I'm going, whoo, we're going to be having these for a long time. And Jimmy said, let's go till the end of September. I'm going, oh, that long? Oh, okay. As of August 24th, if you turned in an application on August 25th, you're not getting a mask. We actually got rid of all 1,000 of them. 3 of them I did send to Moose International, to Scott, Coach, and Mike. And I got a nice letter back from them telling me thank you. And I replied, y'all owe me a member, and told us what great job we were doing with membership. On those masks, I've been doing membership a long time with myself, with Dad, for years. I don't think I got a response like we got out of this. I have a few cards here that we received for thank yous. Numerous emails from various different people sending email to Donna telling thank you for the mask. But you know what? Most of them didn't even know what it was for. They thought we were just sending them a mask. But the response back for the thank yous, we had one lady even send $20 and said, please put this towards making the mask. She must have thought we were making them. Ma took that money and donated it to the MAC Fund. I want to put a special thanks out there to Ma, because doing the mask, it was a lot of work on her. I put the blame all on Jimmy, wherever he went. I told her it was all his idea. But those are things that Ma was overwhelmed by the thank yous, because I don't think we've really got a response like that from a campaign. It was one of the greatest ones that I had, so I really appreciate it. In the month of March until July 31st, funny, I didn't have one member sign anybody on July 31st. We had the drawing for the men. We told everybody, if they signed one member, they would be put in a drawing. Did you click it for me, Sean? All right. Yeah, I forgot. I'm old. I got to find my paper that has it on there, the names on it. But we asked. I said, hey, they want to do something end of the year? Money. Everybody wants money. They love that cash. I almost feel like Trump giving money out, giving it away. But we put a campaign together to where we would take the first person that signed a member in those 2 months between, yeah, go ahead. If they signed a member, they would be put in. If you signed a member into the Moose Legion or the Loyal Order of the Moose, they would be put in for a drawing. $400 was first place, and then we had $400 drawings. 300, I'm sorry. Somebody put 4 on my sheet. 300 for first place, and then $100 after that. We had the 5th was Dennis Denault from Port Huron, and Dave Lepresto from Hillsdale, and good Mr. Tommy Long from Taylor, and the winner was Robert Mackey from Brooklyn. And then we also said the lodges with the per capita, the highest amount of members, would have $500 donated to the MAC in their name. District. And I'm proud to stand here and say that it was the best district in the state. Just ask me, I'll tell you. District 10. So District 10 will have $500 donated to the MAC in their name. Great job, everybody. I got more money to give away. Told you I had money to give away. We also had the campaign to where if you were over 80%, you will receive $200 credit on your third quarter per capita ending the fiscal year +1 at an 80% retention rate. We have these lodges here: Port Huron, 158, Otsego, 345, Sault Ste. Marie, 717, Taylor Township, 887, St. Ignace, 999, Munising, 1386. Jimmy, you must have been busy signing members up north. Flushing, 1437, Holton Lake, 1616, Dearborn Heights, 1795, and Sheboygan, 2314. The next 2 lodges will receive $400 credit to the third quarter per capita for ending the fiscal year +1 and 85%. The 2 lodges were Lapeer, 2433, and Celery City, 2691. Then we had a drawing between those 2 lodges to see who was going to get the $500 bonus. Sorry. Celery City will receive the $500 bonus this year. You got last year. You don't need it 2 years in a row. Now let's see what else we got here. Plus lodges and chapters +1. Let me get the chapters first. Where are they at? Okay, the chapters that were a +1, and for having a year we had, it's great to see us. Mile, Port Huron, Bay City, Dearborn Heights, Niles, Otsego, Monroe, Holly, South Haven, Ann Arbor, Adrian, West Branch, Delton, Estee, Northville, Charlotte, Richmond, Brooklyn, Sheboygan, Fenton, and Highland. Congratulations, ladies. A lot of great work. Just think, guys, next year, the Loyal Order membership is going to grow. Thanks to the ladies. Keep up the great work, ladies. And I was taught, I'll tell a little story real quick. When I was governor, I was getting sworn in at the lodge. My ex-wife was a collegiate then. I had my mother and my ex-wife come up and grab me each by one arm, and they took me in front of the ladies, and they said, "These are your workers, and do not piss them off." So I keep that with me. Lodges that have a +1, Port Huron, Otsego, Sault Ste. Marie, Taylor Township, St. Ignace, Munising, Flushing, Houghton Lake, Dearborn Heights, Sheboygan, Lapeer, and Celery City. You notice there's a lot of these lodges had +1, and so did their chapters. So great job, everybody. Top sponsors for the Moose Legion. #1 top sponsor, 11 Legionnaires, is Mr. James O'Connor. God, I'll probably never say that again. Congratulations, Jimmy. John Beecham had 5. John Weir had 5. Phil Spraggins. You get me all messed up. I picture that picture of you sitting there with mom and a baby. It's got me all messed up, Phil. Yeah, 4. Robert Kenworthy with 4. And William Pago with 4. Loyal Order. Well, here we are. Okay. Phil Losey, 60 members from West Branch. Tim Lampier from Fenton, 37. Don Larrabee from Everett, 29. Dave, Furtall from Saginaw, 26. Jeffrey Mansfield from Gladwin, 26. And Mark Wetherell from Cadillac with 26. And now I'm going to take a quick minute. Well, probably take more than a minute. This is my last report as membership chairman. I'll make that clear, as membership chairman. Who knows what's in the future? I've been working membership a long time, and with the support of everybody that's here and in the association, they've made it a great trip. There's some special people I have to really thank. I'll get it out. Gene Gooley. He was right there with me ever since I started. And he told me, follow me, kid. I'll take you places. Someday I may grow up and be an ornery old man just like him. I hope. But Gene and Robin were there at the store helping us. Mary and Monty. Every Wednesday night, they were there to help us set up the store. And without people like that, we didn't have to ask. We had the teams. Obie's guys help packing up the store and everything. I mean, it takes teamwork. Mom, she's a membership chairman. I'm just a face. Roger's just going to be a face. Dad was just a face. The membership chairman is Ma. Couldn't have done it without her. And then we got Donna. You guys got your door prizes. She picks them out. She did it for Dad. She did it for me. I don't know if she'll do it for Roger. He's going to have to talk nice to her. And then I got my niece that falls in there that would do the flyers for me. Christina, I don't know if you're at your mom's, but thank you. It's been great. I love everybody. I love the Moose. I love membership. It won't come out of me because Roger won't let me go. So, and that is my report for membership. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Well, since you also did my report again. Yes, you did. You do have to remember, membership and retention work hand in hand. It is the same committee. So just as a couple reminders then, lodges, please do orientation for your new members. Try to get them in the door. They need to know what the Moose is about. Normally, when you sign somebody up on a new member, you're just telling them about the cheap prices of the food and the beers and that. You need to tell them exactly what Moose Heart and Moose Haven is, and what you do for the communities. You need to communicate to your members also. Right now with this COVID-19, there's not a lot of communications going out. And the members are asking, why should I pay my dues? We don't know what's happening at the lodge. So get that information out to your lodges. Reminder, retention week is November 1st through the 7th. Use your membership retention kits for your ideas. Do activities for that week. You all have a poster, list those activities, what you're doing each day of for your members so they know what's going on. That way you might even have them show up at your lodges. And with that, you need to make sure that your Moose Legionnaires and your higher degrees are contacting your members, because if their dues are expired, most likely their lodge dues are also expired. So with that being said, like I said, James mostly did my report. The only one he didn't do, though, is I'm stepping down for membership retention. Donna Miller is going to be your new chairman for that. So, you know, make sure you support her as you supported us. Thank you very much. This concludes the report of the retention committee. Mr. Vice President. Oh, can I have a motion, please? Accept my report. All the reports, how's that? I want to make sure I don't take too much stuff up here either, so here you go.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your report. Let the minutes show that that motion was seconded by Carolyn Michalak from Taylor, Chapter 992. At this time, I'd like to call back up Kathy Funky for an additional report and have Julie also come up here. And Jimmy, please, could you come up here too? Kathy, let me turn it over to you.
I didn't get over here quick enough before Julie was done. So Julie, please come over here, please. On behalf of a grateful association, here's a token of our esteem. Julie did a great job, especially working with this COVID-19 pandemic, representing our joint association. Thank you, Julie, for everything you've done. Thank you. Now I'll hand this back over to Kathy. It's my fault. She has another report to do because even though Grand Chancellor Barb McPherson is every Women of the Moose OV, we do have our own OV that's our CAC and many other hats, and Kathy doesn't like it when I say all her hats. So turn it back over to Kathy Funky.
Thank you, Jim. It is a little strange being your own official visitor. So I forgot to give the official visitor remarks. It really only takes a couple letters to take the word remark and make it remarkable. And this has been a remarkable conference. This is our first ever virtual conference. And if it wasn't for the team effort of our Deputy Grand Regent, our liaison, Jim O'Connor, the hostess chapter, the leaders of the Michigan Moose Association, and Sean, our internet guru, and his staff, we couldn't have pulled this off. But without you, the members who are dedicated to the Moose, we wouldn't have been able to get this together either. And you've served as a beacon in this time, which has really been uncertain for us. I'm very proud of the men and women of this association. You've worked on the front lines during this coronavirus pandemic as doctors, nurses, EMTs, police and firemen, and all the essential workers in the factories and businesses. You worked together, you kept your lodges and chapters open. When the doors were slammed shut, you decided to open carry-out windows, you opened your patios, and you cleaned and painted and sanitized so that we could be safely reopened for our members. Now we need to take the steps to ensure that those members are going to come back. On May 1st, we officially become one Moose, You know, just when you think you know all the rules, they go ahead and change them on us. And change has been a watchword this year, even though most of us would wish that the only change we had to deal with was what's in our pockets. But many of our lodges and chapters are already working as a team, so one moose for them is simply going to be the time when it all becomes official. Other chapters and lodges may have to work a little harder to get used to the rules, but change is hardest in the beginning, messiest in the middle, and best at the end. But you know, any change, no matter what it is always going to be uncomfortable in the beginning. But we're Michigan, and we adapt. And we aren't just going to adapt to this, we're going to excel at it. And you know, it may turn out to be better than what we originally thought. Because remember, Cinderella never asked for a prince. She asked for a night off and a new dress. That's it. Walt Disney said you can design and create and build the most wonderful place in the world, but it takes people to make that dream a reality. And we're the people that make the dream of James J. Davis a reality. Walt Disney created an experimental prototype community of tomorrow, and he called it Epcot. James J. Davis called it Mooseheart. So as this convention comes to a close, just step up and open the door to the future. Take a place in One Moose. There's no power for change greater than a community discovering what it cares about. And I want to thank you for your hospitality this weekend and letting me get back up here to finish what I should have done before. I also want to introduce my husband, Bob, who's out there somewhere, because I do not want another car or boat in my garage. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kathy, for serving as our official visitor. And you gave me pause for thinking when you talk about Michigan and how well we can adapt. And certainly anybody who could put up with our 4 different seasons certainly has the ability to adapt. So at this time, we're going to take like a real short break here, maybe like 3 minutes. So those of you people who have not voted yet would be able to vote. So if you could do that right now. And while you're doing that, first of all, I'd like to announce our election committee for today. Is the chair of that committee is Robert Funke, committee person Debbie Wallert, and committee person Grant Huffaker. So we're going to take a few more minutes here so you can go ahead and vote. Do attendance now? Yes. At this time, we'll do our attendance drawing.
Okay, so the same as the first session, here for the second session, the women and the men, we put in for a random drawing for 10 prizes. If your name is called, you have 15 minutes to reply from your email address to convention.mimoose@gmail.com. convention.mimoose@gmail.com. If your name is called, you have 15 minutes to reply. You can choose something off of Amazon up to a value of $25. So here we go, and I'll read the names twice. Michelle Reamer, Otsego. Rexanne Waldron, Greenville. Rod Soates, Jackson. Ruth Cowles, Fremont. Sue Larson, Caro. Sylvia Putnam, Caro. Tim Lampier, Fenton. William Garnon or Garner, Ypsilanti. Diane Clarisy, Charlotte. And Marilyn Berlinge, Redford. So I'll read them a second time. Sorry if I slaughtered a couple. Michelle Reamer, Otsego. Rexanne Waldron, Greenville. Rod Soates, Jackson. Ruth Cowles, Fremont. Sue Larson, Caro. Sylvia Putnam, Caro. Tim Lampier, Fenton. William Garnon, Ypsilanti. Diane Clarisy, Charlotte. And Marilyn Berlinge, Redford. So you have 15 minutes to email convention.mimoose@gmail.com. convention.mimoose@gmail.com. And now back to our fraternal leader, David Stonek.
Thank you, Jimmy. And at this time, I think we'll go to are we ready for our brown bag raffle? I think that would be appropriate time right now to do that. And a few more minutes, just remind everybody that you have about 15 minutes. About 17 minutes or so. So voting closes. So please, if you have not voted yet, please do so now.
We got a video.
You cannot start because the host has stopped.
And I'd also like to remind you that you have until 6:30 to buy your stay and play raffle tickets. Towards this money is going towards the MAC project, and you can buy those tickets at mimoose.org in the same area where you did your convention registration. And we are waiting for our hookup with Tim Toby so we may have our brown bag raffle. This is also going to the MAC project.
Start the video. No.
Says we can't. Because the host has
Tim?
stopped it.
Tim, you are up right now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I'm here. I don't know. Can you see me? Maybe you don't need to see me. Are you ready for me to start calling for bids?
Actually, some instructions here, Tim. Since we can't see the participants, there is a option down below that they can chat to us, or
Okay.
they can raise their hand. So if they raise their hand on there, we know we're placing a bid. If you no longer want to place your bid, take your hand down, or Tim will just keep going with you. But those are the best ways we figure that you guys can get a hold of us. So use the chat feature at the bottom, and or use the raise your hand, and we'll get going.
Yeah. That's going to come up on the side.
Okay, so the money's in the brown bag. The high bidder, the lucky winner, will get the brown bag and its contents. And the bidder will be responsible for paying the bid price. Are we ready to go, Sean?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Dave. All right, on the brown bag, who give $200? $200 now, $200 now, got $150, thank you, $175, $175 now, $175 at the bottom, $175 at the bottom, $175, 175, do you want it now? 175, 200, thank you. Now 2 1/4, $225 now, 225 on the bind, $225 now, 225, thank you. Now 2 1/2, 250 now, 275 now, $300 now, $300 now, 3 now, 3 1/4, now 3 1/2, 3 1/2 now, 75 now, $400 now, $400 now, 4 1/4, now 4 1/2, 450 now, 475 now, $500 now, 5 1/4, now $550 now, 550. I got Scott, Ron, and Sherry in 550. Now 575. 575 now, $600 now, $1/4 now, 6 1/2 now, $700. $700 now, $700 now, 725 at the bottom, 725 now, 750. Now 7 1/2, 750 now, $800 now, 8 1/2, 8 1/2 at the bottom, 850. Sherry 4 and Ron Hoodley, you're in at $800. 825, the next bidder. 825, 850, 875, $900, 925, 950, 975, $1,000. I got $1,000 on Sherry. Now 1025. $1,025 now, $1,025. Anybody else? $1,025. Sherry's a high bid at $1,000. Anybody at $1,025? Sold it. $1,000. Sherry 4. Thank you very much. $1,000.
Thank you, Tim Toby, for an excellent job as usual. That has been the most exciting event that I have never attended. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for participating in that and making it exciting. At least in this room, it was very exciting. I hope it was exciting for you. And again, all this money goes to the MAC project. So thank you very, very much. At this time, I'm going to call on our liaison, Jimmy O'Connor, for his report.
Thank you, Brother Stonek. Well, as we've said, it's nobody expected in their lifetime to have to go through a pandemic. This COVID-19 pandemic's been very trying. But thank God we have the members we do in this joint association, the women and the men, the leadership, everyone working together as a team. We're family. Sometimes we put the fun in dysfunctional, but we are family. We're Moose. We're one Moose. We're Moose strong. Didn't make as many visitations this year as we thought due to the COVID pandemic. I just can't thank everybody enough for what they do. You all do so much. Thank you for everything that you do for this great fraternity. We will be sharing as much information as we can on the state website. You'll be able to replay this on the state Facebook. We'll probably have all the links and the replay on state Facebook by Tuesday, 3 p.m., if not sooner. Founders Day information, case or cash. Carol Colby is still putting on the case or cash. The employee, I'm sorry, now I'm confused. Case or cash, we have the couple out of Richmond, Dan and Bonnie Hamilton. So we're not going to be able to do a trailer this year for case or cash. Thank you. So please send gift cards or the checks, and then we'll arrange with Coach Gary Erweiler how they want it sent to the campus so they can spend it as they need it for our children at Mooseheart. Carol Colby is doing reverse trick-or-treating, which will be dropped off at Mooseheart and be handed out by the employees at Mooseheart. So she's asking for donations. A flyer will be sent out to all email groups, chapters, lodges, and every other email group. That'll be sent out by Tuesday, 3 p.m. And the Michigan Moose Association Executive Board voted on up to $300 to send to Carol Colby to help, besides the donations from the fraternal units or individuals. Okay, we have a drawing for the scholarships. We have 5 names. Michigan has 2 $1,000 scholarships. We have 6 names. Okay. Thank you for taping them for me. Thank you, Shano. Jaden Allen. And Samantha Boskell. So Jaden Allen and Samantha Boskell, those are the 2 names that will both receive a $1,000 scholarship for the Heart of the Community Scholarship. Okay, so that drawing's done. We will send out how to get into that in the future. We will send out the information on how to put in for that in the future. Instructions will be sent to the fraternal units by October 15th. Okay. So we've asked, please vote. Vote cutoff is at 6:30. I'm going to call up Supreme Councilman Bob Funke. He's got 5 minutes until 6:30. So here is King Bob.
I would be remiss if I didn't point out to you that many of the presenters, certainly every officer on the board today, and a lot of other men are wearing their black coats with their Flight 97 ties in honor of 9/11 Day. So, if we could just take a moment of silence, I mean just a moment, to remember those who were killed on that day. May God bless them and their families, and everyone affected by such a horrendous act. Amen. Okay, on behalf of Moose International and Supreme Council, I want to wish everybody a great conference. I think it's been done really well. And on behalf of Michael Luhr, who was unable to make it, he would be our official visitor today. I know that he enjoys coming to Michigan, and he wishes he could be here, and he wishes you well as I do. Please work together. Make sure your numbers don't drop. It's easy when our activity in the lodge is less now and fewer people are coming in. It's easy to lose track of our membership numbers, but you get reports every week, and just kind of keep track of that. I think the easiest way to stay even is to work on retention, work on your expireds and your drops. And what a great time to be calling people and telling them what wonderful things are happening in your lodge, all of the great things you've done in the lodge to improve it, to sanitize it, to repair it, so that it can be a great place for your members to come and visit in the future. I think I am done. You can't hear Bob. That's a good thing. If you can't hear me, then just thank God, because that way you don't have to worry about listening to me anymore. I got to tell you, this lodge here that hosted our event today, they did a fantastic job. The cooks have been running around like chickens with their heads chopped off, doing everything they could do to make our involvement here a pleasant one. The staff, and especially the administrator, I can't remember his name now, Sean Smith. He's sort of running everything today. I can't believe it. So with that being said, I'll turn it back over to our illustrious, soon ending vice president.
Thank you, Bob. You know, oftentimes we hear politicians or people getting awards, giving speeches, and they always say, they like to thank my spouse because they're behind me and they're helping me and they're doing all the work. Well, the spouse for our virtual convention happens to be Sean Smith. He's the one behind us. He's the one who's doing all the work. He's the one who's supporting us. He's the one who's doing everything. So, Sean, if you could step up at this time. The Michigan Moose Association know that you did a lot of work. This went back 2 or 3 months ago, and him and I talked on the phone about 2 or 3 months ago how we were going to set this up on Zoom. All the work that had to be done. He did a tremendous amount of work. So, with our gratitude, we'd like to present you with this gift card.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, brother, for a job well done.
Thank you. And yeah, if you ask my wife, I have talked to you more than my spouse. So it has been an interesting ride, and thank you to all the members that have been patient with me. And we've got a learning curve, but if we have to do this again, I think we got a pretty good foundation. So thank you to everyone, to the state board, and to you.
Thank you once again, Sean. Okay, I have it at 6:29 right now on my watch, so you got about another minute to vote. And let me just see here if we have any items might need to be covered before that time. Thank you. Let me get my bearings here. Okay, so we have no resolutions, so there was no report on that. There'll be no report on the bylaws committee, as their bylaws are being rewritten by Moose International for all 43 associations. And what was the third one? Okay, that was it. Okay. Should be hitting about 6:30 here. Are those, is the elections officially closed now? Yes. Elections are officially closed. So, again, through the magic of electronics, we'll be able to tabulate this vote very quickly and have our election committee review the results. The state secretary is. They're reviewing it right now. So, if you can just give us 1 minute. Part of my presidential speech. Do we have it in? Do we have the results in? Oh. Okay. We have our results. Thank you to the election committee for this. And at this time, I'd like to call Secretary Dale Johnson for the election of officers for the 2021 year report.
Thank you, Dave. Brother President, the delegates have voted electronically using e-ballot. Brother President, the election results are as follows. President, Dave Stonick. Vice President, Greg McCarty. Treasurer, Phil Gray. Secretary, Dale Johnson. Prelate, Joe Domati. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your report. Okay. 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 You're gonna do that? Okay. Brothers and coworkers, I declare the officers duly elected. And we have a report on the district presidents, please.
So on the district presidents, many of the districts have not had an election during a membership meeting due to the districts not being able to meet in person. Some of the districts did an election, some did it outside, some were able to do election. So at this time, we have districts to where the current district president is still the district president going through until they have an election. So the ones that were selected by the district membership at the district membership meetings, I will read off the ones that were selected and elected that are going on. If I don't call a district, then that means they need to finish up their election process. District 3, Marvin Van Gordon. District 4, Tom Fogelsong. District 7, Mark Galliers. District 10, Rod Waldron. District 17, Ken Honeycutt. The rest of them, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, they haven't been able to complete the process. So once that process is in, they will be elected, they will be selected by the district membership and then be elected through the e-ballot process. And then we will swear those in December. Thank you.
Brother. Okay, at this time, I would like to announce the appointed officers. Appointed officers, not appointed chairman, I'm sorry. It says officers in my, no, just the new ones, right. So my sergeant at arms will be Dan Hamilton from the Richmond Lodge. Our endowment fund chairman will be Miriam Tate. The youth awareness chairman will be Cheryl Kennedy. Adding on to our AV team will be RJ Collins. As mentioned before, our retention chairman will be Donna Miller, and the membership chair is transitioning from Jim Beardsley to Roger Wallert. At this time, I'd like to call on past President Robert Kenworthy for the installation of association officers, the years 2020, 2021. Are we going to have them come up here and stand in front of you, or just me?
Brother Secretary, are the officers elected in good standing and their representative lodges? And they are.
That was fast.
Okay. Brother President-elect, have the members who association desire to be installed in the office and ensure term elected. They have. Brothers and co-workers, I will proceed with the installation. One wrap here. Place your left hand over your heart, raise your right hand, and repeat after me using your name as I use mine. I, Robert Kenworthy,
I, David Stone,
do solemnly promise
do solemnly promise
I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
and to the best of my ability
and to the best of my ability
perform the duties of this office,
perform the duties of this office,
whom I have been elected or appointed.
which I've been elected or appointed.
I will obey all orders
I will obey all orders
emanating from the Supreme Lodge,
emanating from the Supreme Lodge,
will discharge my office duties
and I will discharge my office duties
in accordance with the bylaws of the association
in accordance with the bylaws of this association
and the general laws of the Loyal Order of Moose.
and general laws of the Loyal Order of Moose.
At the expiration of my term,
At the expiration of my term,
I will deliver to my successor in office
I will deliver to my successor in office
or in any legal authority of the order
or any legal authority of the order
all funds, books, papers, property in my possession and belonging to the association,
any funds, books, papers, and property in my possession and belonging to this association
or any other branch of the order.
or any other branch of the order.
I will devote my energies to the fullest extent
I will devote my energies to the fullest extent
to building of the association,
to the building of the association,
the lodges,
the lodges,
the legions,
the legion,
women of the moose,
women of the moose,
and all other authorized endeavors for the promotion and growth of the Loyal Order of Moose.
and all other authorized endeavors for the promotion and growth of the Loyal Order of Moose.
To all of which pledge my sacred honor,
To all I which I pledge my sacred honor.
and my God keep me steadfast
May God keep me steadfast
in the discharge of my duties.
in the discharge of my duties.
Amen.
Amen.
Brother and co-workers, I present to you officers and wish them the best during the Moose year. Okay, everybody. President Dave Stoney.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to call Secretary Johnson to report on the voting of the reports from session 1. Secretary Johnson.
Brother President, the delegates to this convention have approved all reports from session 1 of this convention.
Thank you very much. We're going up here. Do we have Ron hooked up? We're hopefully going to have a hookup here so we can have some comments from our outgoing president, Ron Hoadley. Do we have that feed? No? Two. Do we move on and, okay. Okay, and possibly we're having trouble hooking up around. Maybe that he may, the nurses may have diverted his attention temporarily. So I could go on to my comments. As I take office for this fraternal year, I try to keep things simple. I basically have just 2 goals for this coming year. The number 1 goal is to be +1 for the state of Michigan. I think if we all pull together on this, +1 is a real simple number and it's a real simple task. Of course, it takes membership applications and it takes retention. And so, you know, reach out for help. We're working on some ideas and plans besides membership about some retention ideas, which we'll be getting out to you. My second goal
I'm here, am I? Go ahead, Dave.
We're trying to get Ron hooked up here.
Go ahead, Dave. I think you got me now. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing.
Hey, Ron. Yep, we can hear you. Go ahead and
Okay.
address the crowd.
I will address that enormous crowd. I understand we have like 8,000 people in that lodge over there in Wyoming. But what a year it's been, huh? I greet you from the bed of hospital in Petoskey, McLaren Hospital. I've been here so far 21 days, and I'm told I'm going to get paroled in a couple more days, hopefully. In the meantime, it's been a heck of a year for us. We started out international convention and one moose passed, and I was extremely happy to hear that the women and the men will now work as one and make this a greater fraternity. In March, we were at a convention in the middle of a luncheon on Friday. We were told we had to get the heck out of the building because we had more than 200 people. Frankenmuth was kind enough to work it out that we were able to carry through with the convention and completed it successfully. It's also an election year for the country that I love very dearly. I'm not going to say anything political other than whoever you want, get out there and vote for them. That's what makes our country great. We have the ability to vote. Let me see, I had a few notes. I think finally what I'd like to do is thank a team that worked together and worked hard. I'll start off with our Deputy Grand Regent, no longer Julie Kronk. It was a pleasure to work with you, Julie. I wish we could have been able to get together more often, but however, I had a lot of medical problems this year and looks like they continue. Supreme Councilman Bob Funke. I will not forget you, King Bob. You the man. Jim O'Connor, our liaison and territory manager for Territory 31. Tom Russell, and Gary Beck. Thank you all for the tremendous job you've done this year. Lanny Kalashevsky, I don't know what I'd do without you. Thank you for your leadership and your mentorship, if that is a word, mentorship. And you helped me so much. Bob Kenworthy, a great past president to work with. And I'm sure the board's going to find you lots of work to do. Of course, then we got Dale, the secretary, Phil Gray, Greg McCarty, and I can't forget my sergeant at arms that followed me around everywhere and protected me, Ken Honeycutt. Most of all, the Michigan Moose Association members are fantastic. It was a year of turmoil, but you made it a good year. I thank you very much for having the honor of having served as your president for the year. And that's it. I'll shut up before I talk longer than Bob Funke. Come on back, Dave. Kathy Funky. I forgot Kathy Funky, by the way. Sorry, Kathy.
Okay, Ron, thank you very much for those comments. I'll continue on with my comments. As I was talking before about, like to get Michigan into a +1 for the year for the entire state of Michigan. Okay, and my second goal, they can see this on the screen now? Okay, so the board is presenting a new calendar commission incentive. And that is our goal is to try to sell all 10,000 calendars. Instead of the current plan, which is basically if you sell 100 calendars, you would get a $4 commission incentive for that. Under our new plan, which will be effective for this year, if you sell between 1 and 49, you'll get $1. And it would sell from 50 to 99, you'll get $2. 100 to 129, $4. 130 to 159, $5, 160 to 199, $6, and 200 plus $7. So, as you can see, it's going to help out the lodges get some more money. You can use actually as a fundraiser for your chapter. The goal is to have our lodges pay 0 per capita, and this would be one of the ways to do that. Also, we'll be considering any calendars that are sold by the Loom and the Wodum to be all under that one umbrella of that fraternal unit. So you'll get credit if your Loom chapter or your chapter also, the Wodum chapter, sells calendars. I've got a few examples on here I'd like to go over real quick to kind of illustrate this. For instance, last year, the Lapeer Council sold 200 calendars. Their commission last year was $800. That would now be $1,400 under the new plan. Northville sold 98 calendars. Their commission was 0. It would now be $196 under the new plan. Grand Rapids sold 138. Their commission was $552 under the old plan. Under the new plan, it would be $690. Redford sold 43. That was 0 commission under the old plan. It would now be $43 under the new plan. The plan is designed that if you get into that next bracket, so if you go from the $1 commission to a $2 commission, it's for all of your calendars. So I drew up a few examples here and some fictitious lodge numbers. So Lodge 9999 has 325 members. Their per capita at $2 would be $650. If they sell 130 calendars, their commission at $5 a calendar would be $650. They would have 0 per capita. Lodge 8888, they sold 100 calendars last year. If they sell 100 calendars this year and their Wodum chapter helps them out and sells another 30, would boost them up to the $130 level, and they would reach $650 commissions versus $400 under the old method. Lodge 7777 has 15 officers, 9 on Loom and 6 on the Wodum. If they are committed to selling 1 calendar a month, that would be 15 calendars a month. For the month through September and January, they would sell 75 calendars alone, just with the effort of those 2 boards. Lodge 6666 has a 50-50 Friday on a Friday night fish dinner. On the raffle, they sell $100 worth of tickets. The lodge gets $50. The winner gets $50. Consider if you gave the lodge winner $40 and a second place winner would get a calendar. In that case, the lodge would get the other remaining $40, but they would also, if they sold their $100 tickets, they would get a $4 commission on top of that, so they would get $44. Lodge 5555 has calendar squares that they sell, and if anybody is not aware of that, if you ask anybody on the board, we can give you a sample of the calendar squares. It's basically 20 squares similar to a football pool. They sell them for $1 a square, and they pull one winner, and so that one winner gets a calendar. So they could consider maybe selling squares for $2 or $5 if they had a Christmas party that had a big attendance, maybe a Super Bowl party, any other function. Maybe it just might be a Friday night dinner with a lot of people, and you might just want to send around a calendar square raffle thing for $2 or $5. In which case, you could pull 2 or 5 winners for that. So again, the goal is to sell all 10,000 calendars and to let the lodges put a little money in their pocket, do some fundraising, and pay a 0 per capita. Okay, I would like to call upon Secretary Dale Johnson to announce the voting of the reports from session 2.
President Stonick, the delegates to this convention have voted for approval of all reports delivered in session 2. And as I said earlier, the mid-year conference in Frankenmuth is going to be March 11th through the 14th. God willing, that we get over this COVID and have a real conference. And I'd like to thank everyone for attending this virtual convention. And also, I'd like to thank my wife, Pam, for all of her help throughout the year. Thank you.
Thank you, Dale. Okay, we could ask this time, I don't know if we have anybody that sent anything for the good of the order or anything overlooked. We have nothing. Hearing no other, we'll move to close this 89th convention of the Michigan Moose Association. I will call on our new prelate, Joe Delmonte, for the benediction.
Our Heavenly Father, dismiss us now with your blessing. Guide us as we continue the good work of the Michigan Moose Association. May our fraternity grow and prosper as we work toward expanding the ideas of our beloved fraternity. Bless Mooseheart and Moosehaven, dear Lord, and watch over us during our journey home in our time. In your name we ask. Thank you. Amen.
Thank you, Brother Joe. I now declare this convention of the Michigan Moose Association closed. We are adjourned. Signed, die. Best wishes to all, and thank you everyone for attending. We are now going to have our MAC Project Stay and Play raffle drawing. We heard screams and we haven't even pulled a name yet.
First one out, Carol Lubbers from Wyoming.
Carol Lubbers from Wyoming.
Harrison chapter.
So that was for the Harrison chapter. Sticking together. Wyoming Lodge. Boy, I better reach deep here.
Mix those up.
Yep.
Put that one back in.
All right. There you go.
Harrison Lodge.
Harrison Lodge.
Well, they bought a bunch.
Yes, they did.
About $500 worth.
That's too big.
There you go. David Stonick from Northville.
Hey! All right.
And it's my handwriting, so he couldn't have planted it.
Yeah.
Robin Gooley.
Robin Gooley.
Becky Jones.
Becky Jones. Holly.
Karen Michalak Taylor.
Karen Michalak Taylor. How many more we got to go here? 2 more to go. Okay. Joanne McCarty. And the last. Ricky Brown. Otsego. Okay, we've done it. So thank you very much for attending. Thank you very much for your patience throughout this first virtual convention, and I hope maybe the last. And hope to see you again soon. Take care. All reports will be on the Michigan website on Monday.
Thank you, Brother President. Thank you again to everyone that participated in the Stay and Play raffle. The brown bag auction went great again. Thank you to Brother Tim Toby and everyone that participated in the winners. The endowment fund, everything from the registration fees, everything left over will go to the back project. And once we have that total, we will email it out. We will put it on the state website. Everyone around, wherever you're watching it from California to Florida, we got members all over. And thanks again for your patience. And thank you for what you do. Take care and have a good night.